The specific part of your left hand fingertip that contacts the string has a surprisingly big impact on how your hand feels and functions while playing. Where your fingertip touches the string affects the tension in your hand and the ease of your playing. Imagine your fingertip divided into 3 sections: the left side, the middle, and the right side, all from your point of view as you're looking down the fingerboard. There's no strict rule about which part of the fingertip to use, as every hand is different and it entirely depends on the specific context of what you are playing in a given moment. However, understanding a few principles can help you troubleshoot issues and find more comfort and accuracy in your playing. Here's a useful principle to bear in mind. If 2 fingers are contacting the string on the left side of the fingertip, those fingers will be more parallel with each other and may even squeeze together, causing unnecessary tension in the left hand. But if, for example, you place the lower finger on the left side of the fingertip and the higher finger on the right side of the fingertip, this naturally creates space between the fingers at the base joints, which then allows the fingertips themselves to be closer together, which can be ideal for playing specific semitones. Let's say, for example, you're playing a B on the A string with first finger and a C with second finger. You're trying to get the fingertips close enough together to play an in-tune semitone, but something sounds off and feels off. The chances are you might be placing both fingers on the left side of the fingertip, and this is causing the fingers to squeeze together at the base joints, which means it's difficult to get the fingertips close enough together to play an accurate semitone. Instead, try placing the first finger, which is playing the B, on the left side of the fingertip, and the second finger, which is playing the C, on the right side of the fingertip. This will open up a little bit of space between the base joints of the fingers, and it will allow the fingertips to be a bit closer together to produce a precise semitone. Now, fingertip placement doesn't just affect the fingers, it causes a chain reaction. The position of your fingers influences your hand, your wrist, your elbow, and even your shoulder. For example, placing all 4 fingers on the left side of the fingertips often pulls the wrist outward in an unnatural way, which causes tension throughout the whole arm. Over time, this can make your playing feel stiff and uncomfortable and will likely lead to problems in intonation. Similarly, if you place all 4 fingers on the right side of the fingertips, this will cause other issues and will likely lead to discomfort and inaccuracy. Find what works for you. Every hand is unique, and your goal should be to find a relaxed, natural position that allows for accurate finger placement, freedom of movement, and minimal tension. By experimenting with different parts of the fingertips and observing the effect it has on your hand, you can discover what works best for your anatomy and the given musical context. Try this out in your next practice session. Focus on where your fingertips land on the strings and notice the effect it has on the tension in your hand and the accuracy of your pitch. With time, you'll develop an intuitive sense of what works best for you. You can also think of fingertip placement in terms of playing on the tips of the fingers versus playing on the pads of the fingers. And this can play a big role in adjusting things like vibrato, but that's for another video. So don't underestimate the power of subtle adjustments. Something as small as changing where your fingertip touches the string can unlock new ease and control in your playing.